Hello and welcome to English Literature class of Standard 11. This is the class of literary terms and we are discussing about the poetic devices. Protagonist is the chief character of a work or a play. The work can be a play or a movie and around him the story revolves. He is the prominent center character of the play. But he can also be called as the hero of the play. And if any person is placed against the protagonist and he is the opponent of this protagonist, he is called as an antagonist. So his protagonist is the hero and antagonist is the villain of that story. The systematic use of study of stanzas, meters and rhymes in the poem, which also includes the sound effects in the poem, is called as prosody. When the word contains more than one meaning, that is many meanings, it is and they are used in a sentence for the sake of fun, that is called as pun. For example, on Indian roads, left is right and right is wrong. So here one time the right word is used for the right correct direction and on the other hand right word is used for the wrong thing that is to be done while driving. So this is the use of word right in a same sentence. It is pun. The quality of life depends upon the liver. The healthy life depends upon the liver. So this word liver is used in this sentence as a pun. Rhetorical question, a question only in a form, but actually it is a statement. It is also called as an interrogative question. This type of sentence is called as rhetorical question. For example, how can I eat so much? This means a statement that I cannot eat so much. Why can't you sit quiet for a minute? Here the answer is not expected. The instruction is given that sit quiet for a minute. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? Here the statement is after winter there will be spring. So the sentences which are used in the made in the question form and to convey a statement or a message, this type of questions are called as rhetorical questions. Refrain means a line or a part of the line or a group of line is repeated in the course of the poem. Sometimes it is done with making a slight change or usually it is done at the end of each line or maybe each paragraph. Now Tennyson's poem The Lady of the Shallot, it carries a refrain, it carries that line the Lady of a Shallot in the paragraphs, in the continuous paragraph stanzas of the poem. So that is called as, and this is done for the poetic effect, and that is called as refrain, where a line is repeated for poetic effect. Renaissance means rebirth. Now during this period there was a growth of literature. It had come out from the clutches or from the grip of the church and it has the literature has got a great flowering and it flourished, and there was the entry of knowledge as well as arts in literature like that of painting, sculpture, architecture. So also it was in the field of literature. All this was during the late 14th century and it was growing in 15th and 16th century in Italy and other Western European places. So likewise this is called as Renaissance period, which is a rebirth of knowledge and also art in that period. Repetition. When a word or a phrase or a sentence is repeated to create an effect, to give an effect of listening, that is called as repetition. And Tidy hinged and Tidy flinched and Tidy broke his nose and Tidy gave him such a blow that the blood ran down to his toes. So all this gives a beautiful rhyming effect, and that is why the repetition of words is done. Water, water everywhere, all the boats did shrink. Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. Now these words, these repetition of words, it gives a very good sound effect. That is why the literary terms of repetition are used in the poem. Rhyming words. The words whose last stressed vowels and all the speech sounds following the vowel are the same. Now in simple terms we can say that, and we are all familiar with those rhyming words, with the words that come at the end of each line in the poem, and they sound similar, like cloud, crowd, breeze, tease. So their sounds are similar. These words are called as rhyming words, and the poem is written in such a way so as the poem should sound in a rhythmic way. English literature had its own different eras, different periods where different styles of writing changed. Now, Romantic movement, this period had begun either in 1789, which was the beginning of French Revolution, or also it is said that it had begun in 1798, where the publication year of Wordsworth and Coleridge's lyric ballads were published. Now here it is said that the there was a change in the classical writing, and the poets started to write about their own feelings. The focus was on poets' own feelings. This was a new movement in literature, and it rejected the idea of writing a poetry where the poetry was only the action of men. It was the feelings of the poet, and the topics that were chosen were of nature or of supernatural things, or also of having of the subjects of creative writing. So this is known as Romantic movement, where the style of writing had changed from typical classic writing to nature writing and the feelings of the poet. Here we come to an end with the literary terms of literature. Meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Thanks for watching.